Hey everyone, welcome to a look at a project that I've been working on for many months now. A long-term project that is very involved, challenging and time-consuming, but something that is incredibly unique. It's never been done before and I'm very excited about it. It will certainly be worth all of the time, the blood, sweat and tears that has gone into it. It was actually this project and a couple of others. These were one of the main reasons that I originally opened the workshop for, to complete these projects. And I've actually had two supposed experts who were supposed to complete this project and the others like it and never did. You know, maybe because they didn't have the skills to begin with, or it was just an immense amount of work, too much work for them. And so, you know, if you can't get anybody else to do it, well, you have to do it yourself. And you know, that's a path with something like this that is really just pure passion to complete it that I should have gone down to begin with. The thing about this project is once you have the early stages complete, you can actually create many of them and, you know, easily repeat it. So, you know, once you have the groundwork done, it becomes a lot easier. I can't say what it is yet because I don't want to give away too much until I have a lot more to show. You know, I don't want to go talking about it until I can show you the whole thing. Now at this point, I've actually sprayed it with what's called a guide coat. But before I get to that, I actually employed a local wood carver to carve out the initial shape. And, you know, I can't say what it is. A lot of you guys are going to guess. I actually put it up on my Facebook page and some people had some very, very good guesses. But the initial shape was completely carved by hand with hand tools, no power tools. And getting this kind of symmetry and a shape like this by hand is very time consuming and difficult, mainly considering, you can see here, initially we used expansion foam, which is used for boat building and a number of other things. It's very lightweight, and body filler. And really what we should have used for this is something called Chavant, and that is actually what we're going to use for the next one. But this is a process that I've had to do a number of prototypes for. I've been honing my skills because, as I said, I did initially have a local wood carver carve the shape, but for the past few weeks I've had to perfect the shape because initially it was, you know, very rough. There was a lot of flat spots, pit marks, and the shape wasn't perfectly symmetrical. So I've been spraying it over and over again, about 10 coats so far, with a high build primer filler. And by doing that, I've been able to continue sanding it back after each coat and getting rid of the imperfections, the flat spots, the pit marks. And now that I'm getting closer to the end, I've had to spray it with a guide coat, and I needed to test this particular color for another case that I'm about to paint. So I decided to use this, which is actually a silver pearl, but it's highly reflective, so it's perfect for showing up the imperfections. And it's very important for this project that all of those imperfections are gone. And, you know, you can definitely see a few imperfections remaining, but what this guide coat does is when I start sanding it, the high spots will immediately go back to the color underneath and the low spots will stay the silver pearl. So it will show me exactly where the high spots and low spots are, hence the name guide coat. Now the reason these areas are rough is because they don't matter at all. These areas are actually going to be voids, and that may give you, some of you, a big clue as to what this might be, but this is nowhere near the finished product, and it's not even the product. That's another big clue. But, you know, it's still in the early stages. After this, and actually today, the woodcarver is coming back to pick it up to do some finishing touches. It will then come back to me to be sanded and painted a few more times until it is absolutely perfect. And then it will go off to another expert for the final stages. And this part is actually the most difficult and time-consuming part. Once this part of it is complete, the final stages are actually not that difficult. And the only reason I'm not doing the final stages myself is because I don't have all of the equipment and the setup, and it is quite expensive and takes up a lot of space. You know, it's something else that I'm outsourcing. But this is a very exciting project, and once it comes back from having the final stages done, it still won't actually be complete because there's still a lot I need to add to it. There's going to be grills, you know, alloy grills, laser cut, milled. There's going to be, well, I can't really say too much more without giving it away, but there's also going to be at least one other design, which is completely different from this one, but hopefully a lot more in the future. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like and favorite if you want to see more.